Groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. It is a Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. My weekend was super, and I know Amanda had a great weekend too. Did you?
I did, yes. Saw Cecil out this weekend at the Food Truck Festival. It was a great time, and I'm telling you, there were a ton of people.
You better
there.
believe it. You know, where there's food, I'm going.
Absolutely,
but
me
I got to see True Soul again, and
Love
they do
them.
Such a great job too.
They do, absolutely.
Really do.
It's such a fun band. All right, well, the weather was great this weekend, and it looks great today, but we're going to check it out.
First warning weather with meteorologist Caitlin Wright.
Well, good Monday to you. We are keeping a close eye on our severe weather potential as we head through Monday evening or so tonight, heading into the overnight hours. Storm Prediction Center does have us in a slight risk for severe weather, meaning scattered severe storms are possible as this very strong system approaches our region down in the deep south right now, but tracking right toward the Carolinas. So we do have this issue, or at least this severe storm in effect, or possible in effect, for really the overnight hours tonight, heading through the early morning hours tomorrow. But let's go ahead and pinpoint timing for you using Futurecast. We'll be seeing some peaks of sunshine. That's only going to help fuel the atmosphere, give it a little bit more energy, meaning these storms could potentially be severe, especially inland. By 10 a.m., really not looking at much, just other than a mix of sun and clouds. Not a lot on radar. 6 p.m. tonight, though, what we will be looking at is some of these very heavy downpours, lightning, thunder, very strong winds entering the PD. As this continues to push eastward, it'll slowly start to weaken, but it's not going to weaken all that much through our region. As it pushes eastward toward the coastal counties, 8 o'clock, still looking at those heavy downpours, really widespread across our entire viewing area. A little bit of a break, but then these rain chances and storm chances ramp back up as a weaker second line will likely approach the PD and along the border belt, holding those isolated to widely scattered showers as we head through the morning hours on Tuesday. So here's our latest thinking in terms of storm impacts from about 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's really when our main frame, or at least timing, goes. For any tornado risk, it's very low, but the chance is not zero. A few gusts up to 65 miles per hour, isolated quarter-size hail, frequent lightning, of course, through that entire duration of time, looking at heavy downpours. Here's your Grand Strand 7-day forecast, 74 for your Monday. Holding the 70s over the next 4 days, along with that unsettled weather pattern, heavy downpours and quite a bit of rain, especially Monday, Wednesday, and heading into Thursday. But by the weekend, we do start to clear our skies to mostly sunny, also dropping temperatures into the 60s.
Weather is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Thanks for joining us today on a Monday.
That's
Pretty good
right.
day.
I got something we need to talk about.
Tell me.
All right, coming to the House of Blues. I'm talking about the multi-platinum Grammy-nominated artist Big Sean.
That's right.
Will launch his I Decided tour, visiting 20 cities, and he'll be at the Myrtle Beach House of Blues on April 15th. That's a Saturday night. Tickets are $39.50 at the door. No, $39.50 in advance, $45 at the door. Box office number, you check it out, 272-3000 if you want to go see Big Sean.
That's right, at the house. But you going?
I don't think I'll be there then.
No.
I have somewhere else to go that night.
Cool. Should be a great concert. I'm sure it's going to be packed
I'm sure
out.
it will.
All right, let's talk about today.
Today's Monday, April 3rd, and this is National Workplace Napping Day. That guy, I like that one.
All right, time for me to go then. I'm just kidding. And it's also World Party Day.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Birthday today, 1961. There she is, Susan Boyle. She's 56 years old. 2009 debut album, I Dreamed a Dream. UK's best-selling debut album in history.
Wow, really? How about that? 1977, John Gosselin, 40 years old. He's a reality star, John and Kate plus 8. And yes, they do have 8 kids. They are no longer together, but they had a great reality show for a long time. 8 kids. Can you imagine?
I'm sure he's paying through the year
I'm
for those 8 kids.
I'm sure.
1980, Kip Moore, 37 years
buddy.
old, country singer, platinum single, Something About a Truck and Running for You.
That's a great
Yeah.
song. I'm telling, for real, if you've not heard
Is
it, yeah.
Kip told me to tell you hello.
Oh, good.
All right, let's go back in history now. 1965, Wooly Bully by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs were released.
All right, in 2010, I like these 2000 ones. I like
Yeah,
them.
I get them up for you.
Thank you. 2010, the first iPad from Apple was released.
All right, here's something from the Know It All department where we learn something every day. You know what I'm talking about? Here's something a lot of people do not know. Where do you think 10% of the Russians' government income comes from? It's not from Donald Trump, so don't even think that. Where do you think it comes from?
Where do you think?
Anybody
know?
For the sale of vodka.
Vodka.
10% of the money
Makes sense.
is for the government.
Yeah.
So when you buy vodka, Russia makes money.
Okay.
All right, that's from the
Fantastic.
Know It All department today. Let's try it again.
I can't reach it.
Let's try it again. That's from the Know It All department today. It's not working, is it? You do it.
That's from the Know It All department today.
Yeah.
There we go. We got a
Stay
great
with
show
us.
lined
We'll
up.
be
We'll
back.
be back. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's definitely a Monday. And Total Comics
yes.
in this place. Coming up at Ripley's Aquarium in Myrtle Beach, disabled post-traumatic street disorder veterans will be swimming with the rays. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that they put together. Lou put all this together. He's got Craig with us, too,
Great job.
from Ripley's. Now, Lou, what is this all about? What's the reason behind this?
Well, this is actual cutting-edge therapy going out to treat the veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder and also traumatic brain injuries. It's something that started at the Georgia Aquarium a couple of years ago, and it's met with great success down there. It's just another way of getting the veteran out of his house, out in a different environment, getting him into a different environment where it can actuate his senses and his sensual perception and abilities.
Very cool.
Right.
And especially animal therapy and water that's huge therapy for people who are suffering post-traumatic stress.
Well, they do a lot. There's a lot of different things they've come out with fishing for veterans, horseback riding, golf for disabled veterans where they're using upright carriers and things like that. But going in and immersing themselves in tanks and aquariums and things like that is something that's just totally awesome, totally different. And I saw the article in the New York Times from a couple of years ago, and just approached Craig with it about the idea of having PTSD and traumatic brain injury veterans jump into the pool in Ripley's Aquarium, into the tank, and gosh,
That's got to be great. I mean, Craig, y'all came along and said, hey, yeah, we want to do it.
Yeah, we're really excited about it, and just kind of met up with Lou, and we started talking through it and talking ideas. But we've got a lot of groups that come to the aquarium for just sort of stress relief and watching the fish and the stingrays and the sharks. They're very soothing to watch.
Right,
in our first meeting, we had the guys out in the group, and everyone's just sort of awestruck looking at the exhibit. And so I know these guys are excited to get in the water this week, and we're excited to have them. So it'll be
when
a
are
lot
y'all
of fun.
doing it?
we're doing it 7:45 Wednesday morning.
Yep.
And
Okay.
WPDE will be there.
All right, I was just checking on you.
Fantastic.
That's
Just
good. Now,
making sure.
Yes, sir.
Now, they're not getting to where the sharks are, Craig, right?
Oh no, we're
Okay,
putting them in with sharks.
I'll put them in the sharks. That'll really get them together, get them thinking. I'm telling you, that
Yes.
really
We'll get
will.
them thinking real quick, for
thinking
sure.
quick.
Yeah. Now, Lou, why did you want to do something like this? You're in charge of this group. You put it all together, I think.
Well, we're always looking for different forms of therapy, and it actually started off with us trying to take some yoga classes, because you have to understand that a lot of guys that have PTSD don't even come out of the house. They're like housebound. They're hyper vigilant. They're always walking around, looking out the windows, and a lot of times we don't even get them to come out of the house till they come out on a Thursday to associate with us at the meetings, and then boom, they're back in that same environment over again. And I just wanted to try something different, to get them out of the house, get them involved in something, and have them do something that's really, really unique.
And we've talked about that. We've just started up recently doing yoga at the aquarium, and so
Cool.
what can be more relaxing than doing yoga at the aquarium in front of the in front of the exhibit? So
No,
it's pretty cool.
I think that's incredible, because therapy takes all forms in all different ways,
Absolutely.
and I think that's awesome. Getting them out of the house, it's one of the biggest things to help to fight depression and anxiety.
Absolutely.
Great job.
We thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you,
Yes.
guys. Thank you both
Thank you
of you.
for
We
the time.
appreciate you being with us.
I look
for
forward
having
to
us.
seeing it on WPDE.
Yeah, get us some pictures. Send me some pictures and we'll use it.
Okay.
That's right.
do.
Sounds
You
cool.
got it.
All right, we'll be back. Y'all stick around.
Welcome back. The Horry County Museum is pleased to announce the opening of a new exhibit, Then and Now, the transformation of the Myrtle Beach Air Force Base. We're going to talk about that first, then we got something else we're going to talk about.
Absolutely. Marion's here with us, and that exhibit opens today, correct?
Actually, it opened March 31st.
Oh, it's already open.
Yeah, it just opened last Friday. So what we wanted to do there, of course, our mission is the history, prehistory, and natural history of Horry County. And so the military base, which the Myrtle Beach Air Force Base is such a huge part of our military history here. So we wanted to have this exhibit to talk about the beginning of the Air Force Base, what it meant to the community, the kind of people that were brought here to our community, and then its closing and the successful redevelopment, of course, being the Market Commons.
Well, that meant a lot to this area. They helped develop this area of Myrtle Beach because of the Air Force Base.
Exactly, exactly. We had a lot of different folks who didn't come to this area until they were stationed here at Myrtle Beach. And then what's great is even though they might have been stationed to other places in the country, they came back to the beach. And it helped develop a whole new population to our area.
Yeah, a lot of them just stayed. They just stayed.
Yeah,
a good friend of mine that's in the car club with me, Charlie, he stayed after he got out.
Very cool. So this is going to be, and so this opened, how long is this going to be going?
Through October.
Oh, okay.
Another thing about this that's unique, it's going to be a traveling exhibit. So after we're done showing it at our museum, it will be available for other places, schools, libraries, to show at their facilities too. And it's free to rent this, or rent.
All right, now
I think people are going to really
You got
like
something called Active Adults. Now, what is this about?
Well, it's for active adults.
Yes, it's geared towards active adults. We do a lot of programs at the museum. We have a lot going on. All that's on our website. But this is going to mostly be geared toward the active adults in our community who are new to our area and who want to learn a little bit more about this place they're calling home now.
Okay, so that's going to be, it's going to kind of talk about the history of Myrtle Beach and just give them a little background, and it starts when?
Starts April 18th, and we'll start with the whole history of Horry County. We'll do an introduction and a tour of the museum, and then we'll have this series going once a month, the third Tuesday of the month.
Okay, awesome. And you guys, what are your hours there at the museum?
Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5.
Always got something going on.
Every time we
And it's such a neat place to visit. If you've never been, you need to do that.
Yeah, the TV room.
Thank you.
That's
I like that.
Yeah,
TV.
very cool.
Electronic room, I think
we like
they
that.
call it.
Electronics room.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stay with us.
All right, welcome back. So the Long Bay Symphony Orchestra always has something going on, and coming up this weekend, a Gershwin celebration. I can't wait to hear about it.
All right, that starts off Sunday, April 9th, and the event features pianist Philip Powell.
That's right.
And soprano Amanda Horton.
Yes.
All right, Charles, tell us about it. Good to have you, buddy.
Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here. But this is our, shall we say, a grand finale, at least for our larger concerts for the year. And, you know, of all the symphonic music that's out there, I think Gershwin's music is some of the most accessible. So we're doing everything from stuff that people would expect, like Philip will be doing the Rhapsody in Blue, of course. But I bet a lot of people haven't heard the second Rhapsody that Gershwin wrote several years later.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Well, it was actually part of a film. You know, he and his brother Ira went out to Hollywood and did a lot of film music, and during that period he wrote this Rhapsody for use in a film called Delicious, and then he excerpted it into a full-length Rhapsody. But then we're also doing American in Paris, and Amanda is also Amanda Horton.
That's right.
Is doing Summertime. Of course, from Porgy and Bess, Gershwin's great opera. But she'll also be doing an early work, which is probably the Gershwin brothers, one of their first collaborations, The Man I Love, which was back in 1924, the same year of Rhapsody in Blue. But then we're doing a fairly unknown one, although it was on the movie American in Paris, I believe, by Strauss. Okay. It's just a fun little party piece that they wrote together toward I think that might be their last collaboration, because as people may know, Gershwin had an untimely death. He died of a brain tumor at 39. And you can just imagine what music he would have produced had he lived into his 60s.
Well, it seems like a very audience-pleasing, easy
type
celebration, which I love.
It is, and I also want to mention, not only do we have some of the songs and Philip Powell doing the two solo pieces, but we also have Ralph Hunn and a couple of his associates. Ralph is a very well-known ballroom dancer around, so they're just going to sort of give us a little bit of spice to the performance.
Ralph's wife worked with me before. All right, now, how can they get tickets now?
They can get online at longbaysymphony.com. They're actually going fast. Our ticket sales for this are really good. So, or they can just call us at 843-448-8379.
And talk about joining. All they got to do is join the symphony. They can get involved in that too, can't they?
Oh, we always are looking for volunteers. I mean, the wonderful thing about this area is that there are people moving here from everywhere else. So as performers, as volunteers, everything.
And people love a symphony, especially a really good symphony. So
Thanks.
great job.
Appreciate it, Charles. Thanks so
My
much for being
pleasure.
here, buddy.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
All right, April 9th, 4 o'clock. Be there to see the Symphony of Gershwin celebration. We'll be back.
Carolina Company Live. It is a Monday, and we're talking about the 29th annual Hemingway Barbecue Shack Festival, car show, bike event. Everything's coming up, and guess who's going to be there with them?
Woo!
Ric Flair. That's right. And we got Davey with us now. He's going to talk a little bit about
We
that.
sure, and Davey, that's coming up on Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about this.
This, as you see, this is the 29th annual Hemingway show, and it's hard to believe it's been going that long, consecutive years.
Wow.
The Winyard Cruisers actually started with them with doing that, and we kind of took over for them going forward with it. And
Palmetto Cruisers.
The Palmetto
Okay,
Cruisers
go ahead.
went forward with it. And last year, we had 102 cars registered there. That was the biggest event that the little town of Hemingway has had. So we're looking forward to another great year this year, and if we register 100 cars, we're going to give one lucky registrant $100.
Okay.
All right.
So we will
Fantastic.
do that.
I'd love to. That'd
now,
be great.
Now, is this open to all makes and models?
All
How does-
makes and
okay.
models. It don't matter, Ford, Chevrolet, GM, Mopar, imports, motorcycles, exotic cars, whatever you want to bring. We've had a couple. We even let some of the children, just to come and have a good time. They register their bicycles,
love
go
it.
karts,
That's
whatever, just whatever. The Palmetto Cruises is a family atmosphere,
Great.
and that's what we promote.
And there's a lot going on too. You got music, you got food, and you got Ric Flair. Everything's going to be happening Saturday.
Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of the coordinator for the event there and see maybe if we can have Ric Flair come up and hand out a few trophies.
Hey, that'd be cool,
Be
wouldn't
very
it?
cool. And that, and that's going to pull a crowd as well. But Barbecue Shag Festival too.
Woo.
Barbecue, where's that coming from?
We're actually on the ball field, so everything is coming right from behind us. They do this every year. You've got guys coming from Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, all over to come and compete in this barbecue contest.
Yeah, they give away
right.
big money.
They give away big money, and
So it's going to be good and lots of stuff.
you can't go wrong. I mean, they're gonna have all kind of barbecue. They'll have it in from Texas style to our style with the vinegar base,
Vinegar.
North Carolina with the mustard
Mustard.
base. So it's a big deal. You got everything for the kids, rides. They got the Ferris wheels and stuff out there for the
Fantastic.
children. There's a lot going on.
All right, we talk about old cars. Tell them what kind of car you got, David.
I have a 1957 Chevrolet 4-door 210. Just been basically completely restored inside and out.
Yeah, you got about $400 or $500 in it, hadn't you?
Yeah, about that.
All right, David.
Yeah,
thanks
something
so
like
much.
that, right? Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stay with us. It is a Monday, everybody.
Join us for a day of fun as we explore the best the Carolinas have to offer. Carolina and Company Live with Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. Weekdays at noon on ABC 15 and weeknights at 10 on CW 21.
Got a great show today. Lots of cool things coming up this weekend. If you want to see it again, we'll be on at 10 o'clock tonight on the CW. We'll see you later.
Have a great day, everybody.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15.